Hello, this is Divine Unisouls, and this I am Divine Sunshine. Have been on here in a while. I wanted to come on and kind of again spread love, light, and joy. We got a lot of transits going on. We got a lot of movement going on, and I wanted to put my own Divine Sunshine spin to things. We are definitely moving into new energies, dimensions. A lot of, for me, where my, right as I listen to other readers, my sun sign is in Aries. My moon is in Capricorn, and my rising is in Cancer. And so hearing that I've had as Aries, and then also they're saying about the Capricorn, especially about work and the transit, what it was before the Pluto was in Capricorn, and a lot of getting this great push in my work and in my own little side project, my passion project that I had. And I was listening to a young lady. I don't know if you're familiarized with Sisters on BET. However, I did not know that she was a real big astrologist as well, in reading charts and stuff. And so she was explaining how at the beginning, when the Pluto is in yours, especially was at that time, she was saying that how you start off really impacted, really powerful, and then towards the end, it kind of reverts and goes the other way, and it kind of it kind of, um, I think about like on the cooking shows where they have Deconstructed, and they're like, this is the deconstructed egg roll, and you might have like a little crispy layer of the egg roll, and you might have a little piece of meat here, a little bit of cabbage, a little bit of that, and you're like, what happened to it? But it's pieces of the egg roll just broken down. And so that's what it was. It's like, okay, here you're empowered, but now we're going to have this tower moment that happens that makes you kind of like, okay, we done deconstructed you, and now it's like, okay, like Mr. Potato Head, put yourself together again. It almost reminds me like SNL way in the day, and I'm dating myself, where you have Mr. Bill and say, oh no, Mr. Bill. And then he'll come back together. Mr. Bill will be all over the place, a piece of head here. He was a claymation, those of you who don't know him. And that's how he kind of felt towards the end. I know I did. It's like, hey, I got this enthusiasm for my passion project, and towards the end, it's like, hey, you can have this whole thing can kiss my boot. That's it. I don't want it no more. You told me to do so and so. I'm not sure if I heard it right. So you're kind of going through those kind of issues, and then this here new energies coming in, and you're kind of looking at things, especially we got this moon in Virgo. It's like, okay, Virgos are very meticulous. They're very, again, looking at things to find out and how to bring that. They say, hey, okay, I've been disassembled and deconstructed. Now let's put Divine Sunshine or Bertina back together again, and let's assemble her much better and right than we were before. And so that's the kind of like the area and the energies that we're in. And now you got this Aquarius thing, which is again, how can, and Aquarius is about everybody else, bringing them into the fold and pouring into others, and them come together as a sense of community. And it's like, okay, how can my friends, I would say, try a little help from my friends. So how can I bring this community of friends together? And some of us, again, and I know pretty much you might be, if you've been rocking on my channel here lately, has really been looking at your community and seeing that, hey, again, here we go again with the process of elimination or selection, like the shows like, okay, you get to stay, you got to go. You get to stay, you got to go. I think about my one of my students that's in dance, and he said in the dance community, anytime they say thank you, that's not good. So some of us are trying to tell people, thank you, it's time for you to go. I seen what you brought to the table and where we're going next. I don't think you're going to continue on to the next phase of this being in my life. And some of them, they're seeing that too as well. The universe is kind of pulling them away as well. So this is all from that Virgo. Again, meticulously, we trying to put ourselves together. That's that sense of community that Aquarius energies and Pluto is bringing. The lessons for us to really truly understand, for us to really truly get this, how we can be able to serve, how we could better do things out in the world with technology, thinking outside of the box. How can we do all of those things as well in a new way? Because like I said, we have been deconstructed. That's the thing that's being brought to me, like Mr. Bill. Like, oh no, Mr. Bill! And this all messed up. And this is like, okay, now we got to gather little Bertina back up again, Divine Sunshine. And now let's reassemble her in this new way as well. If you're talking about the reflections or yourself or your other self, or if you want to call it twin flames or whatever, your divine lover, whatever it is like that, it's a mirroring going on. And I want to bring this also to you too. You might also find, as you have healed, two things happen. You're going to find some people that is going to attract to you that's not healed. You're going to act as a mirror to them, as a light worker or a person carried the light, to say, hey, you know what, you might want to heal from this. Look at this. You're trying to throw it out on me to say, hey, it's my fault, or is something wrong with me, or there's something I said to you, or there's something whatever. But you coming from a healed place now, beforehand on this journey, you might have said, oh, it's me standing in the need of prayer, and now you stand and say, you know what, like I had to tell my mother, sometimes, then it's not coming to say, hey, you need to heal this, or it's coming because it's something that you have not completed or gotten from that lesson. Because I know a lot of times in the spiritual community, we will always say, okay, we're circling back again the drain because it's something that you did. Sometimes it's not all about that. That's a piece of it. But sometimes it's because, again, it's a reminder to tell you to say, hey, let's say, I don't know why I say, I'm a recovering addict. I used to be that way. I used to be a recovering worrier, ask a lot of questions, wondering why you said that, and, me going off and then going to my sensitivity and saying all different kind of things that was, again, instead of me taking ownership of what I did wrong, I deflect. That used to be me. And so now, you're getting to the point you might start attracting people who resonated on that old timeline. That, again, it's about healing, and it's about you taking that, like Morris Day in the time, and you being like Jerome. Here's the mirror. Look at this. No. It's not me. This is you. This is you. This is you, boo. This is not me. I've graduated from that. And so I'm here to remind you too that, again, something still needs to be healed. So before you go back to say, oh, it's me, oh Lord, sometimes look at it yourself and say, you know what, I don't really think this has anything to do with me. I think I'm here as a reminder to you as a teacher to say, hey, you know what, somewhere on another level, a higher level, our higher selves are talking to each other to say, hey, I have that. It is up to you. Now, where the lesson is coming back again is up to you to look and say, hey, do I want to go back and step into my old self and join you and be Patty LaBelle or Anita Faker at where you at? Or do I want to step back and say, hey, you know what? Let me stand my ground. Let me be groundedness in who I am. Not stand my ground like we going toe to toe, but stand in my groundedness and be a beacon of light, a reminder of, be that lighthouse for you as you're still in the place that needs to be of healing. I've been seeing a lot of that going around, and I had to check myself. Nope, that is no longer your script. No, that is no longer with you. That is them showing that aspect of themselves that's coming to you as a sense of healing. And so, now it used to be when they were doing that, I'm like, they're taking the piece from me. But then I think about also like with Jesus and like the woman with the issue of blood, and he say, who touched me? Who took, I feel my virtue, I feel something in my essence has been that away. But that did not take away or subtract from Jesus. It just, again, was just something again. And so he was a channel for what she needed in order for healing. And so for me, I can only speak for me on this journey, is that now I'm learning, like, again, me being a vessel and a channel for just being there. Like I said, you don't have to say anything. You don't need to do no sign of cross, have no smoke or incense, and saying all different kind of incantations or words or prayers or anything like that. Just you showing up at a place is automatically starts the healing process for people. And so, like I said, you don't need to go battling back and forth with these people when they show up like that. And so you're just a reminder for them that, again, you still have some things that has to be healed. And I just want to remind you of that, because I think a couple of us as light workers, that's something that we have to remember. That's, again, our process is just us showing up, and there's something that they need. We don't need to say any words. It's something that they need, even from our energies that we're being used as channels. So you're going to find a lot of people that's kind of coming that still is like, okay, where are you coming from on that? You're still coming from a place that needs to kind of really be a place of healing. And that's because that Virgo, it is going to bring up those shadows as well. And I've learned that it's been like, is it something with me in the water? And I'm like, okay, yes, it is something. And then also check and see. Now, don't get so high and mighty. Say, it's you got the problem, not me. You'll know the difference. They say, okay, you know what? That is kind of like a little cliff note, a little reminder. That is something, an aspect of me. It is then for you to choose to take another way of reacting and responding to things too as well. And then you get into that queerness feeling of how can I be at service to others, to be able to help them to pour in that spirit or that healing that they need too as well. Like I said, it's nothing that has to be forced, but that's something that, again, we have to be noted and to be mindful of. I'm trying to see, do I want to stop here and then kind of go on so you all can kind of get an understanding of, that's kind of pretty much my spiel as far as my this channeled message about what we're stepping into. This newness, we know that, again, we're still closing off the cycles. Channels, our counterparts are they're going through their shifts too as well. If you want to say that your mirror is going through something of shifting, and the more you stand into your trueness or your truth as well, that's causing for them to kind of, again, get into their heart space. I have been doing a lot of heart clearing, just to really make sure that my heart is right, and also a lot of third eye clearing as well. And those two aspects, I would say to you, is something that I would recommend for you to do as well, so you can be able to get ready to receive what is truly the desires of your heart as we move into this year. Because I think about like the 2 and the 4, and that's the 6, which means we got to get in unity, and we got to get grounded in evenness in our energies, because that's going to move us into really truly what we love, what we value, what we are. And we really truly do have the backings of the universe that is helping us as well. A lot of ancestors, the veil has been pretty thin right now. I know we got this moon energies, but again, when you talk about if you with your ancestors and talking and seeing things, a lot of new gifts are coming online as well. Some things are heightened as well, and so you should be able to receive. That's why I say get you some things in your repertoire of being as well. The divine feminine energies are really asking us to really be able to heal and to truly get into our beingness. One thing I would say also, check to see about your deficiencies in your yin and your yang as well, because that had came across on YouTube and I was very interested in it. And when I looked at it, I was like, oh my God, that really helps me to get a really understanding as to where I am, because you know, as we come here in the body that we are, it's really a nice memo that universe has given us to remind us that, hey, you're here to kind of work on that. You came in the feminine body, which means you're here to heal. You're here to heal the feminine aspect of you, your divine feminine, which is a learning how to really truly be and watch what you are observing, and then knowing with what you, how you're being, your state of being, and what you're observing, how you're able to move into the world and do action and step into your leadership of you actually making things happen based upon what you're seeing and what you are feeling and what your state of being, or who you call who you are. These two aspects are very much big, and I say looking at the yin and the deficiency aspect of it, because like I found it, like if you have hot flashes, unable to sleep, you know, those things like that. And when I looked at some of the side of the effects of that's showing, the symptoms rather, that's showing that really helped me to really understand. I say, hey, you got to really work on your feminine things, where it's just being in a state of being, just calming down, knowing who you are, happy with who you are. And I think when we have that feminine energies that we see who it is really truly about us really healing about how we are happy with who we are, our identity, how we are really showing up within for ourselves. And that is something that we really right now, we healing that feminine energies aspect. I think with the masculine energies, all I remember I walked away with understanding with the yang was that again that and it told me in the end to slow down on my movement. The yang and deficiencies were you were cold all the time, and that you needed to learn how to be more active. It's like you weren't active enough with that, as far as, you know, making things happen and things like that, maybe procrastinating, things of that nature. But you can always look that up, yin and yang deficiencies. You have it on YouTube, you can look it up on Google too as well. Those are the two aspects that I would definitely say as we're going through this is going to help you while we're going through all these different transits too as well. All right, then I'm gonna stop right here, because I understand how we are we become ones of our attention can last so long, and plus I know that I pack a lot of information. Even when I watch myself, I say I gotta go back and see. So I'm gonna stop and put a pin with this, and then I'm gonna continue on in the next video to do cards. But I just thought I'd start off with a channel message and just kind of read to you as far as what I picked up and what I've seen in seeing other videos and the trends, because you know I'm empathic, and then I notice very sensitive to the trends and the patterns that's being done in my surroundings in the universe too as well. All right, then, as always, thank you for watching. Click like, share, and subscribe to this channel so that you can get notifications when I am on here and give you information from what's going on. So as always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste and Namago. Until next time, love you. Be talking to you real soon.